Welcome to the Activated Story Theater's 198th podcast.
This episode we bring you The Rabbit Sells Corn, a story from Canada.
Hi, I'm Dennis.
And I'm Kimberly.
And together we are the Activated Actors.
We are coming to you from Attleboro, Massachusetts, where we are putting on a bunch of shows on stage for the libraries all across Massachusetts. We've got a few more shows coming up in this summer, and then we've got some fall dates, and we'll tell you about those at the end of the podcast.
And we are enjoying our time in Massachusetts. We went out to Cape Cod.
And we did something we have never done before. We have ridden the Cape Cod Rail Trail, which is a lovely bike ride, but this time we did it a little differently.
Yes, we did it on a bicycle built for two.
We did it in tandem. It was fun trying to navigate and control this monster of a bicycle with two people on it. We both got a chance to drive it and both got a chance to ride in the back, and it was a different experience.
Now, you might think that two people on a bicycle would make it twice as easy, but it's actually twice as hard, I think.
You really have to communicate and work together. It is a lot of teamwork for sure.
Harder to pedal, harder to steer.
Yeah, unless you're in the back, then it's hard. It's actually harder to steer in the back because you can't steer, and that is very difficult. One of us ended up twisting the other one so that their seat went crooked.
We won't tell who did that.
No, I won't tell at all. He did. But it was a lot of fun. It was a great way to explore the Cape.
And we just went into Boston as well. Had a fun day in Boston.
We did. We did an event called Wanderlust 108, and it's a triathlon, but it's a very different triathlon. There is a 5K, which you can run, walk, or saunter upon, or skip, or hop, or dance.
Pogo stick.
Or pogo stick, however you want to accomplish it. So there's a 5K involved, and then the rest of the triathlon is yoga and meditation. And then there's some additional activities that you can participate in, like acro yoga and hooping, and there's a whole fair, lots of vendors there that give you free stuff. It was so cool.
And then after that, we took an interesting little tour at King's Church in Boston, which we went underneath the church where they had they have a crypt. They used to bury people under there.
And it's one of, I think, only about 3 crypts that are in the U.S., from what I understand, because it's a practice that they started and they decided this is really not such a good idea health-wise to have these buried bodies under the place where we go to church. So they decided to stop that, and they are all walled up. All the bones are sealed up in tombs, but we got to go downstairs and see where that happens. This is still a very active church in Boston, and it's kind of an iconic historic location.
And we also got to go all the way up to the bell tower, the belfry, and actually see and touch the bell, which was cast by Paul Revere's company.
Paul Revere and Paul Revere's sons. Paul Revere was about 80 years old when this bell was cast, so pretty much believe that his sons are the ones that actually did it.
And so that's what we've been up to.
We'd like to know, too, what you've been up to this summer. If you'd like to leave us a comment, so we'd love to hear about what you've been doing this summer.
All right, so let's go on to our story.
The Rabbit Sells Corn, a story from Canada.
Long ago, the rabbit was a very lazy critter. The laziest fellow in all the woods. He was always looking for a way to get out of work. One day, he came to a cornfield where the corn plants were just peeping up out of the ground.
Hey! I bet this corn is going to be delicious when it gets ripe. In fact, I wouldn't mind nibbling on some before it gets ripe.
But then along came the farmer with a big shovel in his hand. Hey, get away from there, you little varmint, before I make a fur pancake out of you.
Yoinks! I guess the corn doesn't look that good.
So the rabbit ran away, and then he thought,
Say, I've heard about that farmer and how vicious he is with that shovel. I hear that all of the animals are afraid of him. But I have an idea. I can make a little deal with them that can make me rich.
So Rabbit went looking for other critters. First, he came to Miss Duck.
Good morning, Miss Duck. Nice day, isn't it? Yes, indeed. It's a perfect day for flapping your wings and honking. I'll take your word for it. Tell me something, Miss Duck. Do you like corn? Like it? Why, I could just live on it. Well, at least if it had a worm on top of it now and then. But I haven't had any corn for a long time. The farmer who grows it now is very mean with that shovel of his. So I've noticed. Well, look, I have a little deal for you. How about I pick some corn for you? You would do that? Really? Of course I would. The farmer doesn't frighten me. Now here's the deal. If you will just give me some money now, I'll pick the corn when it's ripe and save some for you. That way, I take on all the risk. Oh, well, that sounds like a good deal indeed. I'm certainly willing to pay in advance for that. Here's some money for you. Pick as much corn as that will buy, if you please. Yes, indeed. It's been a pleasure doing business with you, Miss Duck.
Well, now, the rabbit was feeling mighty pleased with himself as he continued on his way, and soon he came to...
Good morning, Mr. Fox.
Oh, hello, Mr. Rabbit. Gee, you recognized me.
Of course I would. Oh, why wouldn't I?
Well, I've been trying to act like a chicken, so they'll think I'm one of them. Cluck, 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 cluck.
Mr. Fox, I think you don't quite get the concept of disguise yet. But surely you eat other things besides chicken, don't you?
Oh, yes. Sometimes I have a side order of onion rings or fries.
Oh, but what about corn? Don't you ever eat corn?
Oh, sure. I eat it. I'm not crazy about it, but I have it whenever my cholesterol goes up from all the chicken and duck.
Well, I'll be getting some corn from the farmer down the road as soon as it's ripe.
You mean the one they call Old MacDonald?
Yep, that's the one.
Oh, I hear he's really bad news with that shovel of his.
I'm not afraid of him. As soon as his corn is ripe, I'm going to take some of it, and I'd be happy to save some of it for you.
Well, now, that's mighty generous of you. I guess it wouldn't hurt to have a little corn reserve. If nothing else, I might use it as bait for catching chickens and geese.
Oakley-dokley. Just give me some money and I'll be sure to save some for you.
So the fox did give him some money and then went on his way.
Hee-hee-hee-ho-ho-ho. I've conned 2 foolish critters out of some money now. Let's see, who will be my next victim? Oh, hello there, Mr. Bear.
Ah? Who said that? Oh, Mr. Rabbit. I didn't see you down there. Almost stepped on you.
Say, Mr. Bear, do you like corn?
I don't do surveys, but off the record, I love corn. Who doesn't?
Well, I can get you all of the corn you can possibly eat.
Really? Where is it? Where is it?
Well, I don't have it right now. It's not corn season yet.
Then what did you say you could get it for?
Well, I mean, I can get it for you when it's ripe if you give me the money now.
Oh, yeah? Where are you gonna get it?
Why, from Old MacDonald's farm, of course.
That's rich. Even I am afraid of that old farmer with his shovel. Big and fierce and hairy and smelly as I am. And you're just a tiny little varmint with a wiggly nose. And yet you think you can succeed in getting his corn when I can't? Get out of here.
Yes, it's precisely because I am so little that I can get away with it. I can sneak in among the corn without the humans seeing me, just as you didn't see me a minute ago.
That sort of makes sense, I guess. So the bear paid Rabbit some money, and Rabbit was very pleased with Rabbit.
I'm going to live like royalty this summer with all of this moolah. Maybe I'll go on a cruise to the Bahamas. Ooh, or since I'm a rabbit, maybe I should go to Easter Island.
Now, I'm not sure exactly what Rabbit was thinking here. Maybe he was hoping the other critters would just forget about the money he owed them. Maybe he thought he really could get some corn somehow. Maybe he thought he'd just run away and never come back. Maybe he wasn't really thinking at all. In any case, it certainly was a harebrained scheme, because the other critters did not forget about the corn, and they all knew where to find him. So when the end of summer came...
You, Mr. Rabbit! Oh, hello, Miss Duck. Haven't seen you in a while. To what do I owe the pleasure of this visit? You owe indeed. You owe me some corn, remember? Oh, right you are. I never forget such a thing like that. Why don't you sit down and have some dinner first? Well, thank you. I guess I could eat, but what should I sit on? Down? Oh, yes, I know I should sit down, but what should I sit on? You're down. I don't have a chair. Oh, I see. And what are we having for dinner? Well, we, or at least you, can have worms. There are several on the ground there. Be my guest. Oh, don't mind if I do. That was very tasty. My compliments to the worm chef. They must be mealworms, because they make a very good meal. Now, I'll just take my corn, if you please. Well, you see, the thing is, say, there comes Mr. Fox. Oh, no. Foxes like to eat ducks. I'd better duck out of here. Oh, there's no time to get away without him seeing you. Here, hide under this egg basket. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that.
So then up came Mr. Fox. Greetings, Mr. Rabbit.
Oh, Mr. Fox, what a surprise to see you here.
It shouldn't be. You owe me corn, remember?
Oh, indeed. I was just, thinking about coming to see you. Thank you for saving me the trouble. But before I pay you, maybe you should sit down and have some dinner, huh?
Well, now, I guess I could eat. What's on the menu?
Well, Peking duck. She's peeking from under that basket.
You don't say. Why, so she is.
Eek!
Ooh, delicious. Now I'm ready to grab my corn and be on my way.
Yes, about that. You see, the thing is, oh my, here comes Mr. Bear.
Bear? Oh no, Mr. Bear and I have a difference of opinion. He thinks I'm food, and I disagree. I've got to get out of here.
Oh, it's too late to get away without him seeing you. You can't fly away as the duck could have if she hadn't panicked too much to realize it, but you can hide in this here barrel.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Shh, here he comes.
Hello, bunny boy.
Why, hello, Mr. Bear. What brings you here?
Just following my nose, and it leads me to the scent of corn, which I should be getting right about now. I know it's ripe, so I've been expecting you to bring me some.
Oh, sorry about that. I've been meaning to bring you your corn, but I've just had such a busy schedule making deliveries.
Well, I'm saving you the trouble, coming to get it in person.
Well, yes. Why don't you sit down and have some dinner first?
Oh, I guess I could do that. I'll be hibernating soon, so I need to stock up all the calories I can. What's for dinner?
One of your favorite dishes. Fresh fox.
Oh, yum. Where is it?
Oh, right there, in that barrel.
Really? Why, so it is. I don't suppose I could interest you in some sour grapes instead. That was finger-licking good. Well, I hate to eat and run, but I really need my corn now. So if you'll just hand it over, I've waited long enough.
Yes. Well, the thing is, oh boy, I don't think there's going to be another critter coming along that's big enough to eat you.
How's that?
Nothing. I just, I don't actually have any corn. I meant to get some. I really did, but somehow I just never got around to it.
I see. Well, in that case, just give me back my money and we're square.
About that. The thing is, I already spent it, I guess.
Spent it? Well, in that case, I may have to take it out of your hide, meaning I'll have some fresh rabbit for dessert.
One little problem with that.
What's that?
You'll have to catch me first.
Hey, come back here. I don't like fast food. And the bear chased after the rabbit and tried to grab him by the tail, but the rabbit broke free, breaking off his tail. And to this day, rabbits still have very short tails. He ran into the brush and hid, and that's where rabbits have lived ever since. And with the bears always trying to catch them, rabbits have become the fastest critters in all the woods.
And that's the story of Rabbit Sells Corn from Canada.
Yes, that story originated among Native Americans in Canada.
I had a feeling because it felt like an origin story,
Yeah,
which is a tale of how things became or got to be the way that they are.
I don't know exactly what tribe, but it was of Native American origin.
Love Native American stories. We have got some stories that you can read online, and you can do readers theater with if you're interested in doing that. There are some scripts available, so be sure to check out our website. You'll find that in the folktale section of our website.
And we're going to have more of those available soon, so if you find a story in one of our podcasts that you think you might want to do in a classroom or for any other group, then let us know.
Yes, let us know. We'll get that in script format for you as soon as possible. We'd be happy to do that. So we have got some shows coming up, a couple more library programs this summer.
August 21st, we wrap up our summer. We have a 10:30 performance at the Franklin Library and then a 7 o'clock performance at the Wellesley Library.
And those are both in Massachusetts. And we are going back to school programs, but we do have a couple of fall programs coming up in September and October that are open to the public. And these are times when you can come see us on stage performing some of your favorite stories. We'll be performing at 10 o'clock for the Salem Literary Festival, and that show will be held at the Salem Public Library in Salem, Massachusetts. That's going to be a big literary event. There's going to be authors and books and all kinds of other activities going on that day.
Well, yes, we did that one last year, and we're doing it again this year. That's September 21st.
Right, and so happy to be back in Salem, one of our favorite places to go and one of our favorite events. And then on October 26th.
At 10:30 a.m. at the Ashland Library, Ashland, Massachusetts.
Yep, and then we will be heading south for the winter. So we got a few more programs coming up that are open to the public. And if you know of any schools that might be interested in having an activated story theater program for their school assembly or family night, just make sure to let them know that we have programs available all across New England, down south into Florida, anywhere in the Midwest, and on the West Coast. We'd be happy to bring a show to your school.
Just about anywhere you are, we go there.
We do.
All right, so we will catch you next time. Stay activated.
Bye.
Activated Story Theater is committed to bringing fun, educational shows to schools and libraries nationwide. On stage, we use physical comedy, American Sign Language, imaginative props, and a giant, oversized book to bring multicultural folktales to life. For booking information, check out our website, activatedstorytheater.com, where you can also find out when the activated actors will be performing near you. Read a story, or order one of our audio CDs. You can subscribe to this podcast on iTunes or listen on Stitcher. We look forward to your comments and folktale suggestions. Stay activated. Until next time.